Hello, my name is Stanislav Alexandrovich Blum. I am an orthodontist from St. Petersburg. For a long time, as we study muscle joint dysfunctions, modern dentists are increasingly understanding the connection between the jaw system and the overall condition of our posture. When conducting electromyography of the chewing muscles and assessing the contacts between the teeth, naturally, we need to evaluate and the patient's posture. By changing posture, we change the muscle balance and the contacts between the teeth. Electromyography of the chewing muscles allows us to assess the position of the lower jaw at rest, the position of the lower jaw when the teeth are clenched, and evaluate the muscle balance. Naturally, the muscle balance of the dental jaw system correlates with the muscle balance of the cervical region and below. In the clinical case of a female patient, we see a predominance of the temporal muscles, the muscles that shift the lower jaw backward and upward. This leads to compression of the temporomandibular joint, clicks in the joint, headaches, as a manifestation of muscle dysfunction. Naturally, this leads to dysfunction in the cervical region and so on. One part of the rehabilitation of the jaw system and the restoration of muscle balance is the use of insoles.
My name is Andrei Kuleshov. I am an osteopath and manual therapist at the Osteomed Clinic in St. Petersburg. Today we have a patient who referred by the orthodontist who from a dental perspective has tension on the right temporomandibular joint, and there is more load on the temporal muscles. During our diagnosis, we looked at how the central axis of the patient is distributed. That is, we assessed the balancing tests. And we saw in them that the central axis is tilted backward and to the right. After that, we conducted tests in dynamics. We looked at how the load is distributed on the foot during walking. In this test, we see that the load is greater. It's distributed to the right leg. The heel area and the front part of the foot are more engaged. In this position, our toes are not engaged and the arch of the foot is weakly loaded. Our central axis is shifting. Axle when balancing backward and to the right. The load is more on the heel area and the front part of the foot. In the second stage, we conducted a test on the plantar scanner, where we looked again at how the load is distributed. On the arch of the foot to correct it, when making custom insoles, here we again confirm that our load is more on the heel area on the forefoot. The toes of the foot are not engaged. During walking, there is no load on them, and there is a weak load on the arch of the foot. In the final stage, we make custom insoles. To do this, we place a person on the template. On the joints, we make marks based on which we will attach them. The methodical pad will affect the ankle joint and during walking. Thanks to the fact that our insoles are soft, the ankle joint, as well as its ligamentous and muscular apparatus, will be trained, and the arch of the foot will be strengthened. After we made the insoles, the distribution, doc boys, of the central axis, the distribution of weight across the entire muscular framework, meaning we relieved the load of the knee joints, the hip joints, and the neck. From the temporomandibular joint, as a result, the person became more balanced and muscle tension is relieved, which was present when visiting the orthodontist.
By changing the posture, providing support from the perspective of the legs, and adjusting the support from the perspective of the teeth, and changing the occlusal contacts, we achieved muscle balance throughout the body and, of course, a better muscle balance of the dental and jaw system. The best muscle balance is a more stable state of our body, which means less energy expenditure. to maintain the position of the lower jaw and the entire body. This means fewer headaches is not a clicking joint. It's the best facial aesthetics, a more youthful face, a healthier face, a more balanced one.